I wrote a piece after reading William Stafford's Scars and quoted it and referenced it throughout this piece. And it is called Vanishing Scars, starting with a quote from William Stafford from this piece called Scars. They tell you how it was and how it happened again and again. They tell you the slant life takes when it turns and slashes your face as a friend. Any wound is real, he says, and yes, it's true, I know it. For the faces of promise are also the places the scars will be. Yes, bright-eyed children, this is the battle you have to look forward to. Brace yourself. You might not know. If you know now, it might hurt less then. For once we grow grown, we are all too aware of past tortures and traumas. They leave physical and emotional scars. We wear like badges, not knowing these scars scar us. Hide the marks in your face for the stomach from when you were hospitalized against your will for months. Hide the bruises around your neck as they leave this as you left the country to escape a man who tried to claim that he once actually loved you. Force yourself to forget about the disappointing diatribes your disappointment of a father gave you while you struggled to be stronger than him, despite him. If you internalize some scars, turn them around and watch your helplessness transform to rage, then to solace and insight to help others recover from their own physical or sexual traumas. They say that time heals all wounds, and you wish some scars would vanish. Your brutish demeanor is a blemish that you wish would just perish. But wait a minute, search for that scar at the cleft of your chin. You know you scratched your chin when you had the chicken pox. You could swear that scar was there, but where did it go? And then you turn to your one true love and they tell you they've never seen the scar. And you've always been a bright white beam of light, always too blinding for anyone to fully take in, which is why you can never be fully understood, he says. And this is all they think when they see you. And all you can say is, I love you. And maybe that is the treatment for the traumas and the scars too hard to handle. Any wound is real for scars too hard to handle. And any wound is real as long as you give it the power to take over your soul and fester into a fiendish demon. So just remember that despite those vanishing scars that are now too taxing to tally, well, despite those battle scars, you are a blinding light that no one, thankfully, will ever truly understand. And I run a thing with literary magazines. It's called Scars Publications. And I'm not going to read you the piece that it's based on, but years later I did a piece called Scars, 1997. I guess you'll know when it was written. And it's in this performance art collection book, chapter 38, volume 2. Sorry, I had to read it. It's on the spine, which one it was. This is because I had the Scars piece. This is called Scars, 1997. I wear my scars like badges. The deep marks showed through from under my skin like war paint on an Apache chief, decorated with feathers, the skins of their prey. I have a scar on my left knee. It was when I fell from about with poison ivy after a climb in the mountainside. That this 4-inch long slice curves around my leg, almost perfectly defining the muscles in my thigh. I have a scar on my right shin. I slipped on a patch of rocks and cut up the lower half of my leg and filled it with gravel and dirt. Joe poured hydrogen peroxide on my leg and wrapped it up with paper towels because the cuts were too widespread. So an hour later, I actually got onto a plane to go home, and I can tend to my wounds later in more detail, tend to my wounds in depth. Now all that's left is a 2-inch line down the side of my leg. Although it wasn't a very deep cut, it looks like it just cut to the bone. I have a circular scar on my left calf from getting off a motorcycle and sliding my leg over the scalding hot exhaust pipe. And even though it's been 7 years since I gained that scar, with each year it fades away just a little. I can still see it, but the memory is slowly slipping away. My cat scratched me on my wrist once when we had to give her medication. Cats don't like taking medication or having pills or anything, or ointment dabbed on or liquid poured over their wounds. So when giving her pills, we grab her paws, curve her head and pull it back by the nape of her neck and pry her jaws open and just let the pill fall back. And once that bone, she'd be forced to swallow it, but sometimes she would move too much and that paw would slip out of our grasp. And now, over the bone on my left wrist, a long, thin scar stares at me defiantly. I tell people when they wake up with bruises and cuts they don't remember, they must have had fun the night before. But each marking, each scar is a story, is a memory. It's a way to remember how you lived. And with these marks, that is how I gauge my living. And with these marks, I feel decorated.
Oh, wow.
I made a resolution this year to write a poem every day. I haven't written one today yet. But I'm going to be reading new pieces for you. And because I happen to be wearing a men's hat that a male poet gave to me years ago, and I'm wearing John's shirt, and I'm wearing John's jeans, I figured this poem would be perfect, and it's called Metamorphosis. Play me some erasure dance music. Play me some KMFDM industrial music. Play me some Mozart classical. Play me my life story, whatever that may be. I dyed my dark brown hair yellow blonde for years. At other times I dyed darker or relish in red highlights. Sometimes I wear just enough makeup to go outside for the outside world. Other times I coat my eyes, lips, and cheek in black so I could reveal how I truly feel. I cover myself in men's clothes and wonder why you don't think I'm feminine. So I change my mind at the drop of a hat and embrace the new me, new and improved, totally what you didn't expect, you nor I. Now I'm just waiting. When the metamorphosis truly begins, will I even know what I've truly become?